The entire coaching industry is dying. And honestly, it deserves everything it's getting because the whole space has been built on lies and frauds for so long. You know, people have become more wise these days. They're not stupid. People want the player, not the coach. Everyone wants to learn football from Ronaldo, not some spotty little simp who's never made it out of Sunday League, trying to tell them how to take a free kick and bend it like Ronaldo. That's not the case. People want to go to the source because we've got this whole space of fitness coaches who have never built anything beyond a skinny fat physique and never left their fucking 9 to 5. They've never built themselves into a real asset. We've got all these mindset coaches that will tell you from their mum's bedroom how to reprogram your subconscious mind to be successful, but have never built real success. These make money guys and how to scale your business, but they're still working in Tesco. This whole space is a load of talkers who make all of this cringy content and give all of these tips from the know-how, but they have no idea how to do it. They have no idea how to execute. They've never lived and breathed it themselves. They masturbate, they self-soothe over the fact that they've read a fucking textbook once and now they think they're qualified to teach everyone else. The only people that will win and currently win and clean up are the guys who just put their head down, become undeniable, and learn how to build one of these businesses properly. If you look at the whole 99%, it's everything I just told you. They're all broke. Any niche, they're all broke. They all make this cringy content. They all give these top tips. They all have the same offer as everybody else, which is unscalable by price or volume. So no matter how many clients, they physically can't facilitate the delivery or scale to the amount of money they actually want to become free. They've got these awful little gay funnels and ads that they're running, which are the same as everyone else, and everyone just thinks they're a simp. They're trying to get people onto a sales call to buy something from someone they don't even want to buy from or buy a product that they could get from anywhere else. It's just a broken system. These days, guys, you have to build your business completely differently. Part one is whatever you're going to sell, make sure you're actually living the goddamn fucking thing. You have to live and breathe it. Everyone's business, like my brand system, my 8-step system, the first part of the system before you can do anything is identity first. You've got to understand your skills, your knowledge, your story, but also who the fuck you are, the actual accolades, the actual results you have physically, not just know how to do, but physically have. What have you done? Who are you now? Because you can only ever sell something that you are living and breathing the outcome of, not just know how to achieve. You can only sell from what you can show. People think marketing is all speaking. A lot of marketing and trust is built from actually showing individuals. You know, you can't tell someone how to get shredded when you've never been shredded. You got to show me you're shredded. Okay, so what have you actually done? Always start by building your brand with what you've actually done. And you're going to be much better off. Let's use a fat loss example. But this could be anything. This could be business coaching. It could be real estate. Guys, this could be overcoming suffering and actually turning it into growth. Like, it doesn't matter. I've helped guys with all types of businesses. But you have to actually look at what have you done. And even if you just lost 10 pounds of body fat and you're still 250 pounds, you'd be better off just actually having some congruency with who you are and saying, guys, I've lost 10 pounds of body fat. I'm still a fat fuck. But this is how I lost that little bit of a fat fuck. Rather than trying to tell someone how to get shredded for a photo shoot when you've never done that. Okay? So always base your offer. This ties into the next thing from identity. Always build your offer around who you are right now, who is the outcome of you. So for example, me, I have 2 programs. I have the Elite Entrepreneurial Athlete System, all right, which is physique, it's mindset, it's mental performance, it's paradigm to actually become someone that can make 7 figures. Because I have a simple process that I've put together and worked on over the years to build who I am physically and mentally, my physiology and psychology, that's allowed me to become competent enough to build 7-figure companies. And off the back of building 7-figure companies, I also have a brand program, which isn't just your physical competence. It's the actual knowledge to build your personal brand, your coaching business or consultancy or any form of value online services. Because they're the accolades I have. That's what I have lived and breathed. You can't go and make these offers before you've done it. Now, one of the best things about this industry is that as you grow and as you've achieved more accolades, you can make an offer down the line once you've achieved something, because only at that point, you don't know how to do it once you've read the textbook. You know how to do it once you've fucking done it. Once you've done it, by all means, go and show someone how to do something new. And that's how you can stay aligned, feel fulfilled, because whatever's, your latest thing that you've worked on and achieved, you can help more people achieve that. And the chances are, over time, what you've achieved will be much more of a valuable, maybe more difficult thing, and that will be worth much more, okay? And when you give much more value out, you're gonna receive more value in per client. So that's really important to remember. Start with your identity, start with your story. Understand, how did you achieve the outcome you have? What was your own unique process? Like if we're to generalize and just talk on like a fitness coach, let's say you built this really aesthetic body. Well, how did you do that? Was it because you went through this physique roadmap? Did you have your macronutrients done in a certain way with certain amendments? Did you have a certain style of training or a certain style of cardio, a certain style of daily habits and process? Did you remove certain people from your life and vices? Like, think about how did you get to where you are, and turn that into a unique process that someone else now can come in and plug and play and get like for like results with you. So if you've not yet become someone else would want to be, just work on yourself. Or if you've not yet built an accolade, let's say if you've not yet sold 5,000 real estate properties, instead of trying to tell people how to do sell a real estate property when you've never sold one, just go and focus on selling some real estate and then maybe help people with it. Because then I would counter that with, if you've actually built something, a set of skills, knowledge, you've become someone that you've gone through some form of transformation, which is now where you want to be. You always wanted to be where you are now. And your old self would have begged to get where you are now. Someone else on the planet would want to be where you are. I then believe you're selfish to not give that back. So I actually think once you have self-actualized, it is your duty to then give back and package that up and show people how to time collapse their journey to where you want to be. Can you see how this is not generic? Your content needs to be created in a very specific way around your own mental syntax, your belief systems, your way of doing things, so that no one else could technically make the same piece of content as you, not with the same level of effect. So that's really important. You're going to create content, and not just that. Don't just create content around your unique process and your mechanism and how you get where you want to go. You have to become a great marketer, okay? Now, a lot of coaches, the reason the space is so cringe is because coaches are typically, they're not, but on paper, they're good at coaching, okay? But coaching doesn't make you a good businessman. Coaching doesn't mean you're going to get a lot of clients. Coaching doesn't mean that you're going to have a big impact and change lots of lives, because first you've got to have people to coach. Now, if you really want to be a good coach, you need people to coach. And in order to get people to coach, that's not from how good you are at coaching, that's from how good you are at marketing. And it's your duty to become a great marketer and understand business, not just coaching. And don't learn business from all these coaching retards, because they're coaches, they don't know what they're doing. You need to learn real business, real marketing. And marketing really is a series of beliefs that your audience believe to be true, that have to be in your audience's mind in order for them to buy your product. So if you buy a certain hoodie and you just drop 500 pounds on a hoodie, or you bought some flights for 3K, the marketing principles behind that are the same when you sell your product. You have to understand marketing at a very high level. And then it's very simple to apply. Your content then becomes a science. When you do certain things with your content, it becomes a science that you're going to get people coming back in. There's no posting tips and cringy selling your soul little dances to try and get some clients. It becomes very easy, but you can also do it from authenticity. It's laws of business, laws of marketing. It's psychology. So your content is going to become very authentic. You're also going to talk on other things. You need to be a personal brand. So right now I'm talking to you guys on how to build your brand. This is around, I have an offer which can show you how to do this and take you to 50K plus a month. selling, coaching, consultancy, or value online. But I also make a lot of content around anything else that I think and believe and I think is valuable and entertaining to you. You know, I've got to bring you into my world across my Instagram and across my YouTube. You can't just be this give guy for something back. It's about connecting with people. You have to be an authentic individual. And unfortunately, these clones, they're not authentic individuals. They're just speakers off a script, and they have nothing to them. And the problem with that is you then attract people into your business that aren't aligned with you. You don't even like them. Like, if you're a coach already, do you have clients in your business that you don't really like, that are nothing like you? Well, I have no clients in my business, guys, like that. Everyone in my business is a savage because I like the way Tom thinks. I like the way Tom speaks. I know Tom's going to tell me I'm a fucking fag if I don't do the work. They know exactly what they're getting because I'm authentic. And people understand my beliefs on everything. It could be my beliefs on drinking. It could be my beliefs on chicks and relationships. It could be my belief on not hanging around simps and just deleting people from your life. It could be my beliefs on how hard you should work and how intense you should be. Just everything that I think about, I want my audience to know. And some people will be repelled by it and some people will be brought in by it. But that way I can connect with the right people. It should almost be like you're marketing to your friends, but there's still a direction in which your offer is there. So the first thing that needs to be done is your content has to be built around your identity and your mechanism and your story. And then umbrella on top of that, everything else you want to talk about that you just want to give to your audience, even if it's not related to your offer. I think the people who win in this space are the people who imagine the seeds are your audience. My goal every day is I want to water the seeds. I want to plant new seeds. I want to give sun to the seeds. I want to feed the seeds. I want nothing back. I just want to give. And then I can harvest the seeds. And I can give them the real value inside my program, inside Elite or brand, for those who are aligned and really want to take it to that high level. But I want to see the seeds grow. The industry is broken because we've got all these people that think they can just give this one shitty piece of content, which is really unauthentic. 20 other million people have made the same piece of content, and they try and dig up the seed on day one. And they're like, what the fuck, bro? I don't want it. It has to be authentic. It has to be valuable from you, your own process. Bring them into your world. When you connect, you can redirect with people. That then ties into your offer. Your offer should then be built around your unique process to your outcome. So let's say you've got in amazing shape, speaking on this fitness coaching, but this applies to anything. You've got an amazing shape. You've achieved an outcome. So there's an entry point. Where is someone when they enter your offer? Where is someone at the end of your offer? You have to make sure that you are the guy at the fucking end of your offer, guys. Please don't be here and try and sell someone to here. It won't work. That's what the whole fucking industry does. Okay, so make sure you're the outcome. Then what you want to be able to show people is, look guys, I used to be here. These are all the bad things that came with being here. And now I'm here. These are all the good things. This has now allowed me to go on and do this and get this and this opportunity and this and this and this. And that's the things people want. So think about where you are right now. What are all the positive effects that have come with that? And that's what you need to articulate with your audience. Okay? Because that's what your audience wants, and that's what you're helping them get. You didn't just hypothetically get into the gym to go to the gym and lift weights. You went into the gym because of something. So that's really important. Your offer needs to be built around getting them what they want, and what they want, even if it's a fitness offer, isn't just muscle and low body fat. You've got to think about this. You've got to understand this at a very high level. And then on top of that, guys, you need your process in an offer. So you're then going to teach them your process. This is how I got from here to here. My unique way. You're going to coach them through that process, okay? And I like to have, like in my brand system, I call it the two-step offer system, all right? Some of the guys who are doing multi-seven figures have 3 steps. It depends on the level you're at, but most guys, if you want to do 6-7 figures a year, two-step offer system. So you've got one core offer. It's still that line here to here, but there's 2 ways to work with you. One is going to be scalable by volume, and one is going to be scalable by price. So it's most likely going to be closer proximity to you, more like a consultancy. They might get calls with you, more one-on-one access, more physical time. Maybe it's going to be done for them. And then you're going to have a scalable by volume where you could put 100 people in here today. Nothing would break and it wouldn't add any stress to your day. But it's still extremely valuable. Extremely valuable. Most people have an offer in the middle, and it's an offer that can't scale by price. It can't scale by volume. So if they added people in, it's not paying them enough. For example, most coaches charge like a $250, $300, $350 a month, which literally wouldn't even pay for a morning's rent in one of my villas. You're never going to achieve the lifestyle, the freedom you want, charging that, okay? But it's not just that you're charging that, it's you're charging that and then you've got deliverables to do, and there's only so much deliverables because if you've got 10 more people paying you that, how are you that, like, you've got no time. And then you can't come back to the high leverage things that continue to grow your business. You run into this pain line of, okay, I've got some money coming in, but now I have to fulfill on this, and if I want more money, I can't fulfill on it again. So we have to build your offers in a way, one which scales by volume, which is more valuable than your current offer. There's a perfect way to do this. And an offer here, which is scalable by price. And the more competent you become, the more authoritative you become in your space, the more you can charge for that, okay? And you want to keep this nice and tight and not too many people in there so you can still have the time to work on your stuff. Because most people are just posting random content with no idea how any people come in. Great marketers, the 1%, the people that actually live it, they know exactly what to do. I can do a certain set of things today, which I'll do every day, and I know, I can show you right now, I don't know if it'll focus, I can open up my email, and I can just show you applications straight away. Like I've just got 2 from the, like I checked my applications just before this video started. I've already got 2 more because I know what to do, okay? So this is what you have to think about. Your offers then need to be built like that. Beyond that, you need a system for lead flow. So how you actually bring people to you. Now, we look at the coaching clones. What do? They've made this shitty content no one likes, it's the same as everyone else. And then they hire a VA, or 2, or 3, or 5, and they pay them money to go speak to cold people, to their followers, and try to get them on a sales call, which is the gayest thing ever. It's 1, burning money. It's 2, lowering your power position, because you now need them, and it's not even you, and it's fake, it's unauthentic, there's no connection, people know it's not real, and it's just the worst way to build a business. What you need instead is inbounds. Or, I'm not opposed to a couple of real sniper conversations with real high quality people you've connected with already. I'm not opposed to that, but you don't want VAs in your brand. You don't want to be chasing people and trying to persuade people. Your content should be built in a way which can take someone, I call it the buyer traffic flywheel. Your content should be able to take someone from not knowing you to ready to buy your offer, and they don't need a sales call. They don't need you to reach out. They will come to you through one of the 3 lead flow processes, okay? Now, one of that is going to be direct application, and then you can sell to them. Another may be inbound you, just actually message you. Another may be come to you for something else, which can work up into that, okay? This is the 3-step process that I teach my guys. Then, beyond this, once we've created these inbounds in a specific way, you then need a sales process. Now, the only 2 forms of sales processes you need as a coach or someone that sells something online, no matter how expensive your offer, whether it's 15K, 20K, 3K, 1K, £500, it doesn't matter. Sell by chat on a WhatsApp or an email, or sell by page, sell by sales page. So I've made $38,000, I believe, on one day on a sales page with no even conversation with these people, because someone had gone from not knowing me to knowing me and in. I actually had a guy message me this morning, posted it on my Instagram story, who had done this. He'd gone from not knowing me to buying, and he'd sent me this message straight after. Fuck, man, this is legit what I've been looking for years. A tangible process to follow. Literally fucking nailed it. I'm so gassed up. Let's go. Appreciate what you do, bro, and I'm so glad I stumbled across your page. That's because my process, my program is so fucking good. It destroys everyone out there. But I'm also a good marketer. So I know how to take someone from not knowing me to buying, and then getting involved in the most potent process. Okay? That's what's really important. So I sell through sales pages, and I sell by chat. So some programs like My Brand and Elite, there's different ways people can actually get into the programs. But the main way, let's say application. So for example, if you want me to help you scale your brand, whether you're starting or you've got an existing, you can just go into the link below this video. You can press on the brand one or the elite one, and then you can put in your name, your number, your email. I'll then reach out to you. I'll send you a WhatsApp. We'll understand where you are, where you want to go, what program might be best aligned, if we're a good fit, and then I'll just send you over what the process is, and we can just get fucking going. That's one way, and the other way is directly on a sales page, and we can set out the sales assets. So like VSLs, sales pages, etc., in a specific way, which are going to create buyers. Okay, this is important. So you need a sales process, not a shitty application form and go and DM people like a little pest. You want people to come to you. Remember, guys, I said you need to be the player, not the coach. You need to be someone so valuable that people can come to you because you already live and breathe it, and they're winning. When a client pays me, if they come into my elite, or they buy one of my self-study programs, or they come into my brand or my higher ticket consultancy like Custom Built and Black Room, you know, where they can pay me from anything from a couple of £100 to £15,000, depending on what level we're working together. Every single time, no matter what a client pays me, they always win more than I do. Because if a client pays me, let's say £5,000 to join a business program, and we're going to take them to the moon, we're going to scale them to 50K a month. Plus, it's not just the money, it's the new dimension of life they get. You know, the freedom off the back of it, the ability to provide for people around them, the consciousness, because when you become that guy, it requires a new you. You get to live through that new you. So if someone pays me 5K and now they go from 5K a month to 50K a month, not only have they made 45K a month plus for the rest of their life and continue to scale, they've built a new them. Like, they win. The only reason I win, I have my life, is because I help lots of people win. Your job as a coach should be, I win when I help lots of people win. And when people understand that and understand your position and you are the actual living, breathing outcome, you don't need sales calls. You don't need to try and get people to buy. People will come to you. So you can actually take them through the process on what they want to achieve. You don't need the sales calls. You can sell by a chat, you can sell by a sales page, as long as they're set up correctly. And for this to work, this sales process by chat or by sales page, it's not that you just stop doing sales calls and shift to chat. You have to set up everything behind it perfectly. So you have to set up the lead flow infrastructure perfectly. You then have to set up the buyer traffic content correctly, the 3 types of content that move people around and take people from not knowing you to buying. You have to set up that perfectly around a series of beliefs. And then you have to get very good on your offers, build the 2 steps so you can scale, so it's attractive, and then build that off your identity and understand how to extract the right parts of your identity correctly. That's how you build it. Then you've got to have a delivery process so you can give it really systematically, really valuable to people. And then on top of that, an ascension process. So if you want to scale to the 50K plus a month, some of your actual clients are going to come from being a client. You can have a client and help them to here, and once they get to here, as long as you're competent enough and you've lived a new outcome, you can help them to a new level. So you can actually work people up a ladder within your business. Plus then you can master more growth and scale, not just from internal growth within your brand, but from external, which is like mastering short form content, and again, doing this on a short form level. Okay, this is all really important. Finally, you want to wrap that up with a blueprint, which masters you grow, so body grow, mind grow, and business grow. If you want to keep scaling, you want to keep improving your offers, you one, have to just work on your business on the right things. You have to work on the number 1 and the number 2 highest leverage business tasks every day. All right, so you've got to be very clear on what they are and how to execute in those. I think it depends on where you are. If you're full-time, what I say to my full-time guys is work 4 hours on the number 1 lever and work 1 hour on the second lever, 1 to 2 hours. So it's at like a 4-to-1 ratio. If you are brand new, and you work in a 9 to 5 and you want to come out and you want to build your brand, I would try and do 4 hours a week on the highest lever and 1 hour a week on the second highest lever, but split across the week, not across the day. And even with that 5 hours a week, as someone in a 9 to 5, it's so easy to scale to 20K a month when you're working on the right leverage. You guys don't have necessarily a work rate problem. You have a process problem and a leverage problem, which you've got to get right. So you've got to work on the right stuff within your brand across the day or the week. And then you got to make sure that you're growing. One, your competence at what you do so you can keep becoming more valuable to them. If you're more valuable to them, you can receive more back. You need to keep working on your own business skills. If you're a coach and you want people to pay you, your biggest job is get good at getting people to pay you so you can actually give them. People say to me sometimes, I'm not really that interested in the money. I'm just interested in impact. And I'm like, okay, well, you better be interested in money then, even if it's a secondary layer, because you can only have impact if you're earning money, okay? Because the value's in your program. So in my opinion, the wealthiest people in this space, the people who live it, they're having the biggest impact. And they're not always the guys who are viral with 2 million followers. Usually it's the opposite. I've coached so many guys with 3, 5 million followers, 300, 500, and they struggle. They can't get clients. And I've coached guys with 1,000 followers who make 12 grand a month. More actually. Coach guys with 20K followers who make 100. Like, it's potency, all right? Then we want to be making sure that not only are you getting better at your knowledge for your offer and also better at marketing and sales and growing your business so you can have the impact you want, keep working on yourself, your own personal development, the self-development side, so you can keep evolving who you are. When you tie all of this together, identity, offers, buyer traffic content, lead flow, sales process, delivery, ascension, tie it all up in a daily blueprint that you can run across a week. You grow every day, your business grows every day. You're gonna actually build a one-of-one brand. You can't be one of these coaching clones anymore. People don't want them. You hate yourself. You're building a prison for yourself. I've done it before in the past 4 or 5 years ago, and I had to rebuild it from the ground up. Only once I did that did I go on and build a business that did me 50K a month, 100K a month plus. Not only that, but I actually was aligned. I got to be me. That's the key, guys. Build your business from your heart. Build it from authenticity. Make sure you're one of one, and you're going to love what you do. When you're doing these sales calls, when you're making this cringy content, that isn't what you signed up for. There is something that can make it true so you don't have to do that. And that's what I'll show you guys. Let's go.